Hello fellow artists. Today we're going to be delving into the artistry of the hand by studying the rhythms and gestures of the hand. I'm Andrew Joseph Keith and welcome to this artistic anatomy lesson. Let's start by understanding the term rhythm. These are graceful flows or contours or gesture lines that connect parts of the hand. Whether it's the gentle curve of a relaxed hand or the dynamic tension in a clenched fist, understanding the gesture adds depth and mastery to your art. If we're not conscious of these rhythms and gestures, it can be very difficult to represent the hand in a natural-looking way. There are 5 rhythms that you should be aware of and look for when you're representing the hand. These are the rhythms of the knuckles, the rhythm of the first set of knuckles when you're looking at it from above, or the rhythm of the palm, the rhythm of the fingers as they move towards the tips of the fingers, the rhythm of the fingers and thumb from the side view, and the rhythm of middles, pinky, thumb as a way of simplifying and understanding the pose of the hand. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into each of these 5 rhythms. But before we do, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified about similar content. We really appreciate it. Number 1, the rhythm of the knuckles. When observing the hand from the front or back side of the hand, notice the curving rhythms that connect the knuckles. When the fingers are extended, the arcs formed by the knuckles look something like this. These rhythmic elements add a sense of fluidity and grace to your artistic representations. And these rhythms are informed by the proportions of the hand. I personally enjoy the halves method as a quick and easy way to remember about where the knuckles of the hand are located. So you take the distance from the wrist to the tip of the middle finger, divide that in 2, and that is where the first knuckle is. Then you take that remaining distance of the middle finger, divide that in 2. That's where the next knuckle is. You take the remaining distance, divide that in 2, and you get that final knuckle. And then if you divide that final section of the middle finger, you get where the fingernail begins. Once you've used the halves method to find where the knuckles are on the middle finger, you could then use those gestures to locate where the knuckles should be on the remaining fingers. Number 2 is the rhythm of the first set of knuckles from above, or you could also think of this as the rhythm of the palm. From above, there's a curved rhythm that causes the back of the hand to be convex, to be rounded, and the inside, the palm of the hand, to be concave or curve inward. When we make a fist, this rhythm is clearly seen on the first set of knuckles. When the fist is tightened, this rhythm becomes even more prominent as the pinky is pulled down. These subtle curves define the palm. Number 3 is the rhythm of the fingers. This rhythm is how the fingers curve inward slightly as they move towards the fingertips. This curve becomes more difficult to see as the fingers are spread out, but being aware of this curve can help you avoid the mistake of making the hand feel stiff, rigid, or robotic. Number 4, the rhythm of the fingers and thumb from the side view. In this one, we're paying attention more to the pose itself rather than the generalized gestures that are present in all poses. So for example, in some poses, you might have this sweeping gesture, or that gesture might curve inward depending on if the fingers are extended, hyperextended, relaxed, or flexed. Each finger and the thumb might have their own gesture as they flex and extend. A lot of the time, adding more gesture than what you're observing from the reference can help you breathe life and energy into the pose. If you're going to err, I would always err on the side of too much gesture rather than too stiff. Just remember that as you're exaggerating the gesture, you want to maintain those proportions and the placement of the knuckles that we went over previously. Adding gesture while removing the structure of the bones and joints will detract from the work of art. As the fingers and especially the thumb curl, they also turn inward slightly. You can see this as the thumb and pinky touch. In fact, try to touch the outside of the palm of your hand with your pinky. It wants to move inward toward the center of the palm of the hand because of the previously mentioned rhythms of the knuckles. Here you can see how awkward it looks and feels when I try to straighten my curled pinky to align it with the palm of the hand. As the thumb curls, it also rotates inward towards the palm of the hand. Number 5. Lastly, we have another set of rhythms that I've gone over previously that I refer to as Middle's pinky thumb. If you want a more in-depth look at this simplification and why I find it such a helpful tool, then I would check out this video that goes over that Middle's pinky thumb method. Basically, it just makes understanding the pose of the hand easier by breaking it into separate parts, namely the middle 3 fingers that follows a rhythm down to the wrist, and then thinking of the thumb and pinky as separate entities. But depending on the pose, it might be helpful to break up the gesture in a different way. So for some poses, it might make sense to break the gesture into the last 3 fingers, going down to the wrist, and then have the pointer finger and the thumb as their own separate entities. Hopefully, having these rhythms in mind will really help you out as you're representing hands. If you're interested in learning more and really want to master the hands, then I definitely recommend checking out the hand sculpting course over at proko.com/handsculpt. This course covers everything that you should know to better represent the hands. The full course has additional lessons, premium demos, 3D models, and more. And these free video lessons are made possible by those who support the premium content. So hopefully I'll see you soon over at proko.com/handsculpt. Till next time, stay creative, stay productive. I'll see you in the next lesson.